What's good, world? It's your boy, the 80s baby, aka Ladell Leslie, also known as Skylar Brown. Back here again today to kind of summarize this motherfucking life of mine. But your boy also here trying to motherfucking save his family. Tomorrow, the nigga got court to save the life of his daughter, pretty much, because the Fort Dodge Police Department and Fort Dodge Department of Human Services decided to steal the rights to my child over about half a year ago. And there's been many factors as to why and what happened. Mainly because of me, because I got to a low point in my life. But needless to say, I lost two babies and my daughter's mom 2 years ago. And when my ex-wife left me, mind you, I had to deal with a lot of things by myself. And I never asked a soul to help me. I never had even a single person offer condolences or none of that, and I still love everybody. But mind you, when I tell you that after all that loss, my best friend, the woman of my dreams, who I used to dream about, my daughter's mom, and then two children 6 months after her, literally not a single soul came to my aid, you know. I tried turning myself in to get a mental evaluation done because I felt like people were trying to kill me. And I even, I tell the folks this stuff. Never was hostile when I went to go admit myself. And I go from being checked in by real medical officials to being handed over to what they called themselves dark sector, but they're pretty much a conglomerate of military and domestic police forces, right? But anyways, that's my boy Corey Harvey right there. But like I was saying though, I go to check myself in because I want to get help. I wanted to get back to a comfortable place in life. And I get handed over to these secret police pretending to be medical officials. And while I'm filling out my menu for the 4 days that I had to be in Cedar Rapids, I go to ask one of the nurses, and there's a female nurse and a male nurse, quote unquote, on both of those nurse parts. I asked the male, hey, can I swap out some of these food items? Because, I was at that time, learning how to eat healthy, and there were some certain things a part of the meals that I didn't like. And so the male nurse gets mad, stomps out, doesn't close the door all the way, and he goes outside to his buddies and tells his buddies, oh my God, we got an educated nigger. And I'm floored, absolutely floored. And his partner could see that I was, visibly shaken by this action, because I've watched my mother go from being a kitchen aide to receiving her degree as a registered nurse, because this isn't the care, beyond care, of a medical personnel. And so he walks back in, and first thing the female says, to keep me from asking him why did he call me a nigger, is, I hear that there's been some shootings in Fort Dodge. Instantly, all red flags go up. And the first thing I do is I say, I'm gonna stop you guys right there, because I feel like y'all got ill will towards me. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to ask y'all, are you guys public servants? NK 681. Are you guys public servants, right? And all the color runs out of their face. I mean, never seen white people turn any paler or ashier. But they try to give me some Mod Podge bullshit of, oh, well, yeah, we're medical personnel, we serve the community. I'm like, no, you know what I'm talking about. Do you recognize as public servants? And a white truck with Pegasus on the license plate. But anyways, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And so they said yes. And so I told them immediately, I need your full names, first, middle, and last. And then I need your badge numbers. And they tried to play that off too. Oh yeah, well, we can give you our first names, but we don't have badge numbers. We're not police. Well, then I need your employee number. And better yet, how about everybody that I have to deal with from this point on? I'm gonna need first and last name and your badge numbers. So, a dean of nurses, quote unquote, comes in there, and she wants to try to save the situation in the scenario, thinking that she's gonna get me talking about some shit that I don't know nothing about. And whether I knew something about some shootings or not, why the fuck would I tell her myself, let alone anybody else? What kind of fuck ass shit is that? Right? But anyways, I got motherfuckers following me around now because I just left my daughter's house. Yeah, him 637. But they were getting ready to admit me, and I was going to have to be done dealing with those motherfuckers. I was kind of happy, but then they asked me if they could get a blood sample and a urine sample. Well, I already told you guys what drugs were in my system. And now I can give you a UA, but it's against my religion to give you a motherfucking blood sample. You better believe it.
Creepy fucking thing.
You're not gonna go in the elevator?
No, I don't do that thing.
But anyways, like I was saying, creepy ass fucking white people. Excuse my language, but these motherfuckers around here, pedophiles or police. Sorry, I don't deal with either one of them. So after asking them 5 times, were they going to admit me, because I definitely wasn't going to give them a blood sample, but you can get a UA. I mean, not hostile or anything. Well, they didn't want to do that, and they didn't want to admit me. And so they gave me my belongings back. And they gave me my belongings back with a lighter in there that had marijuana resin and some kind of white powdery substance. I never had a lighter when I checked in. I had a book of matches that were empty, a brand new pack of cigarettes with 1 cigarette missing out of it, a wallet, and a cell phone. So I politely punked them out, told them they can take the lighter out of my bag and my belongings, and they did. And I walked out of the motherfucking hospital telling them that I was going to sue them for medical malpractice. Yeah. Well, I get outside of the hospital and about a foot away from the curb, and somebody says, oh, he's trying to run. Me not knowing who they're saying is trying to run, I'm like, who the fuck are they fucking with now? Next thing I know, I'm being grabbed by the back of my collar and by the back of my pants, spun around and almost slung into traffic. Because of my wrestling abilities, learning how to wrestle here in Iowa, I threw myself down about a foot away from the curb. And this quote-unquote security guard for the hospital decides to slap a military-style chokehold on me. Now, I thought I was dead. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Because as quick as he put it on me, I was out. Next thing I know, I got God telling me, get up, my son, and fear not. I'm going to give you the strength to get through this situation. And since I'm at about 13 and a half minutes right now, I'm going to say this is the end of part 1, and I'm going to pick up with part 2 here shortly. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, and interact with your boy, the 80s baby, aka Liddell Leslie, also known as Skylar Brown. Got plenty of good life stories to tell y'all. See you guys here in a minute. Peace.